Okay, friends, we are almost done with problem number 3, but I want to go back enough so you can understand my process. What we were doing in number 3 on the ALEKS assignment is figuring out which data value is in a certain percentile location. So it's kind of working backwards. It's not saying here's a data value, it's higher than 30% of the information. It's saying find the data point that is above 30% of the data. Find the data point that's above 75% of the data. And so what we first need to do is line up our data from smallest to greatest, and then we need to figure out how many total data values we have, and we have 16. I went to my calculator and I multiplied 0.3 because I'm looking for the 30, something that's higher than 30% of the numbers, right? So if I've got 16 numbers and I'm just lining them up, 50% would be 8 and 8. That would be a cut point. 50% below, 50% above. There are 8 data values. That's 50% of the data. So we need to figure out what 30% of the data would be, how many data points that would be. 30% of 16 is 4.8. So almost 5, we're going to round up, 5 data points would be the location or the physical spot in the lineup where this number would be located. So we can go back to the data and we can see here's 1, 2, 3, 4. The 5th number is certainly above 30% of the data. Like this could be thought of as 1/3 of the data there. So we've got 226 milliseconds. That is the actual data point that falls above 30% of the other information we have. For the 75th percentile, we need to find out what is 75% of 16. How many things or people do we have to pass by until we find the one that's above 75% of the others? And that is 12. So we need to count up 12 data points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This guy right here would be in a location such that below him is located 75% of the data. So he is better. It's all relative. It's all how does this data value relate or compare to the other ones in our set. So if you had more numbers in your set, who knows where 261 would fall. But in this set, 261 is above 75% of the other numbers. The reason that we needed to know and kind of base everything off of how many trials there were is because this is just comparative. This is just lining up all the people and chunking them into, okay, you're above 30% of the stuff, you're above 50% of the stuff, you're above 75% of the stuff, and so on and so forth. So I hope this makes sense. That would be how you work the last ALEKS problem. If you have other questions, reach out to me. I'm here all day. Available by text, Google Hangouts, email, 1 o'clock live Zoom session, log in, ask me stuff. Yeah, I hope percentiles is making sense.